everyone, it's Cassie here and welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today I'm going to be playing with the Sweet Angel stamp set. Y'all know I love this one. We're going to be sharing how I made the card that I shared when the release first came out. We're also going to be bringing in the Dainty Scallop rectangle. And then I also have these fun embellishments. These are the Black Magic embellishments. So let's just jump right into our coloring. I stamped out our image using some blackout ink onto some Express It cardstock. That is my favorite combination, or one of my favorite combinations for using alcohol markers. And I'm going to do my best to put all those colors up on the screen for you so that you can see what I'm using. These are Olo markers, the brand new Olos. I'm still trying to learn these a little bit. I feel like each of the different types of alcohol markers that are out there do have a little bit of a learning curve depending because, you know, they have different barrels. Sometimes they have different nibs, things like that. So I'm definitely learning these and enjoying the process. And we're going to make her hair nice and dark. And I love this little girl for so many reasons. She's adorable. But I kept thinking about all the young girls in my life and how it would be so fun to make a card for each one of them, you know, based off of their hair, their skin tone, all those things. You could make the little angel look like whatever little girl is in your life. So I think that's just one of the things that makes her so fabulous. We've got some OR 3.4 and I'm using some OR 3.7 as my darker shade. That is the darkest I'm going to go with her. And then I'm going to bring in that 3.4 and I'm going to end up blending out what I've already put down because as you can see it is obviously a good contrast there. So we're going to do our best to blend that out and just kind of keep bringing that color out using smaller motions, and I think it does a pretty good job. She's so cute. Like I said, no matter what color you end up coloring her, she's just going to be darling. And then for her outfit, I'm going to go pretty low key. I wanted to keep it mostly white because she's an angel. I mean, obviously you could color it whatever color you wanted, but I've got BG 7.2, which is a very light blue, and it's like a blue-green. And then I'm just going to put that in where I think there might be some shadowing and shading, and I'm going to leave it at that. For her wings, we've got some WG1, but there's so many great color combos you could color her. I mean, including her dress. And then we've got some Y0 2.3 for the stars. And then I'll bring in one darker color for the stars and her belt. I think it's the YO 2.5. And I'm not going to blend that out. I think I'm just going to leave that as is. And then we'll bring in the matching dies. So there is a die for her, and then there is a die for each of the stars. So as you can see, I stamped those out also and colored those. So we'll tack those down with a little bit of mint tape, and then we're going to run that through our die cutting machine to get those all die cut out. And while I'm in the process of die cutting that, I'm going to go ahead and die cut out some of the Dainty scallops. I'm going to use a big one, the biggest one, and I'm also going to use one of the smaller ones. We're going to layer those up. And I want there to be a little bit of contrast, so I am bringing in a purple ink along with my blending buddy, and I am going to blend that on those edges just so that it's a nice contrast because we're going to put those right on top of each other. And this is such a pretty color. And I'm really, really enjoying the new blending buddies. They are so good on my wrists and my fingers. Very ergonomic, which is really nice. And that brush holds a ton of color. So as you can see, it is putting that on there pretty nicely. And it's blending really well also. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that on my card base as well. So my card base is some more of that purple cardstock. I'm just going to do it on the front edge of our cardstock. So I've got this open, then I'll close it so I can get that back edge. And I'm even grabbing some of that color that's already on my glass mat. Then I'm going to take the two Dainty scallops that I've cut out and ink blended, and I'm going to use my Trinity Gold palette on there. Now the gold palette that's in the store is a little bit smaller and different, only in size, but the colors themselves are still the same, so I'll have that one linked down below in the description box. And then I'm just going to splatter that all over that background, and you get this beautiful gold splatter on that beautiful purple. And then I'm going to hit this with my heat tool because as I'm playing around and layering things up, I don't want any of that gold paint to smudge. And then we're going to bring in some foam tape. So I'm just going to put foam tape on the back of the smaller one. And I had measured ahead of time. This smaller rectangle fits our little girl perfectly I'll use my pickup stick, the pick part of it, to peel off the release paper on my foam tape. And then we're going to put this down a little bit wonky, so it won't be perfectly straight. I don't want it to be. And then we're going to go ahead and just glue this down to our card base using our Crafty Gluefriend. This stuff is great. Stick that down. And then we're also just going to glue our sweet angel and the to the front of this. And I decided that I wasn't going to use a sentiment on the front of her. I liked her being like the main whole part. So I'm going to leave her as is, just like that. We will put a sentiment on the inside, and that sentiment's going to come from the Simply Sentimental Holidays. But I have put that black magic, or those black magic embellishments, inside my tidy tray. And I know that when I originally bought these, and also the name kind of says, these were, I think, originally geared more for Halloween or, fall time. But they worked so beautifully with that purple and the gold stars and the gold splattered paint that I had to use these on there. Oh my gosh, this card, the pictures, it just doesn't do it justice because this is so pretty in person and I love how it looks. So we're going to open up our card. I should have done this before I put my embellishments on there, but we're going to put our 2 stars in there. And then, like I said, I'm going to grab out the sentiment, one of the sentiments from the Simply Sentimental Holidays. And I've just got Happy and Holidays. We're going to ink that up with some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink and then just stamp that on the inside of our card to say Happy Holidays. And then once we're done with that, that's going to finish off our card for today. So I hope you love it as much as I do. If you did like this video, please hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to check out all that Trinity Stamps has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.